Paul, that was a very, very important win, and you played a big part in it.
Yeah, nice to win the last home game of the season anyway. It was a bit of a panicky sort of a game, or there was no real, didn't really think there was much of a flow to it. But just get out the right side of it. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, you come on very early. Obviously, unfortunate for Louis to go off, but you had a big, massive impact, as I say.
Yeah, obviously gutted for Louis because he's obviously had a hamstring problem only a couple of weeks ago, and it seems to have come up again for him. So, firstly, it's obviously gutting for him. And then also a bit of a bolt out of the blue because obviously you're kind of settling in, cozying yourself on the bench, and then you're coming on straight away. But listen, you want to be playing, so I was happy enough to play a bit of a part in the results. So all good.
First half was very scrappy, I think, but second half we controlled it a lot more. It was probably one of our best second halves of the season.
Yeah, I thought the first half was just a bit scrappy. There was no one really managed to get a foothold in the game, and to be honest with you, I actually thought it's obviously different when you're in the thick of it versus when you're looking down from the stands, but I actually felt in the second half at times as well we kind of lost control and lost our way a little bit, but overall we probably were the better side second half. As I say, I don't know if I'd agree with you now saying it was one of the best performances second half of the season, but no, it's just you come out the right side of it, get a clean sheet as well, which is obviously another bonus.
Yeah. When I spoke to you here the last time after the draw of the game, you scored, I'd say, a trademark goal from outside the box. You popped up at the far post. It was unlike you, but you're in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, I suppose my little role at that corner is to run across the front as a bit of a decoy. And to be honest with you, I was just kind of standing, watching, kind of looking in from the outside, and I think it was Pat got ahead to it, and I actually think there was a couple of boys that could have maybe cleared it for them, and they probably didn't see me sneaking around the back of them. So listen, it was nice that it fell to me really, as opposed to anything else.
Dickie obviously sealed it, and it was important. All the subs, Conor Malley as well, all the subs made a big impact. Pat obviously with the knockdown for the goal. It shows, I think you could see the last couple of games the squad's looked really strong, which is probably unfortunate coming to the end of the season. We've everybody nearly fit.
Yeah, I think we've had, if you take the last couple of weeks, we've had a good run of results. I think we've got 4 and 5 maybe or something like that. Going into next week, we could have 15 points out of a possible 18 the last 6 games, which is a good return in any six week period or whatever you want to call it. Thought, as I mentioned there, Conor coming on, I thought he actually gave us a good balance and good control to the game, and obviously he's got really, really good quality on the ball, so that definitely helps us as well.
Yeah. I'm sure it would have been easy after the result against Shells at Talca a couple of weeks ago to just heads could drop and think this isn't going to happen, but we've sort of dragged ourselves back in. We're going to the last day with it all to play for, which was the main aim.
Yeah, and I think to be honest with you, there's really good honesty from within these 4 walls, or whatever you want to call it. There's a lot of players that are willing to just bite down and do what needs to be done, and as you said, it would be easy in another dressing room or another whatever environment for things to just peter out for the last few weeks, but to be honest, there's never a danger of that happening here, because there's a good honesty within the group and everyone wants to do well. So and I think as well, kind of the narrative maybe around us at the moment isn't what we believe it to be as well, you know. I think we've went ahead of Bows tonight, and I would say the narrative from around the country probably is that they're having a really, really good season, and then the narrative around us is that it's a disaster, and I don't think we buy into that as much now. Obviously, listen, results and the position on the table, it's not where we want to be. It's definitely not where we want to be, but I just think at times you need to kind of just trust what's within the building, and let whatever's on the outside do its own talking. But no, as I said, there's a good honesty in what we do here, and we're looking to improve, and we'll be looking to do the same next week and going into the future as well.
Yeah. Finally, UCD next week. Obviously, the show against Shelburne tonight, even though they've been relegated, good honest bunch. It'll be a tough game, but we just need to go up there and win and see what happens.
Yeah, 100%. And obviously, I played there for a number of years, so there's no. similar to what you're saying, and saying they're an honest group, and that I know what the mindset is like of being there and you've nothing to lose playing any game, especially playing against a big side, like a big team like Dundalk. So they'll have no, they'll have no fear or anything like that. But it's about us, staying on it, being professional for the last week of the season, and winning down there and seeing what happens around.
Good stuff, Paul. It's a good job you did this interview inside.
Exactly. No, yeah. Cheers.